Hi, welcome back, Mouseketeers. If you're new here, welcome. This is a good video to start with because you're really gonna get to know me this video. And you know what? Even if you've been here for a while, there may be some shocking answers to this. I have been saying to you guys, you can ask me anything, get to know me a little bit better, and you've been doing a great job of that on Instagram and in the comments below. I don't want this to be a very long video, so I didn't get to all of them. I picked 20, but don't worry, I'll probably have more on the way. I'll have more giveaways on the way and hauls. Let's just get into this though, because I feel like this is gonna be a long one. Got my handy dandy notebook here. Number one, what was your first video and what was the video you were most nervous to film? Okay, my first video was actually not one of these where I'm talking to the camera or showing you guys Disney stuff. It was a music video that I made for a contest I used to have at my radio station called Where in the Walt Disney World is Christina K, like Carmen Sandiego. And the music video would kind of give clues to the pictures. There were like 10, maybe 15 pictures and people had to guess where I was in Walt Disney World. It was very hard. The prizes were so cool and I would have clues in the music video. So yeah, I think that was the first one. I'll link that up in the eye and down below. It had so many views because it was for a radio contest. And then I did a couple more of those and then I kind of stopped doing that and then I started this. I think the one I was most nervous to film was not my first video because honestly, like the first video like this, I didn't think anyone was gonna watch it. My first one that I was really nervous for, I think, was the Be Our Guest Express because I just didn't know how that was gonna go, and that was only like a week or two ago. So that video I will also link up in the eye and down below. Is your whole place Disney? Do you collect anything non-Disney? I would say 80% of my apartment's Disney. It's hard for it not to be. Do I collect anything that's not Disney? I like things that aren't Disney. Like I have clothes that aren't Disney, but I wear most of my Disney stuff here. Do I collect anything though that's not Disney? I mean, I have some Funko Pops that aren't Disney, but I don't think I really have like a non-Disney collection. If I really have to think about it, it's probably because I don't have it. I mean, DVDs. I collect like a lot of TV show DVDs, but that's not really a collection. I just like to watch them, I guess. I don't know. That's a hard one. Number three, what are your favorite non-Disney stores? Huge Costco junkie. I have a Costco problem. I really love the TJ Maxx, Home Goods, HomeSense, Marshalls, like that whole family of stores. I did a video where I showed some Disney finds from there and some stuff that's not necessarily Disney, but it's kind of related to Disney. I'll link that up in the eye and down below. Bath and Body Works is bad on my wallet. Oh, I love Bath and Body Works. And this time of year, my favorite scent is Champagne Apple Honey. Anything Apple I love. Target, but you can get Disney stuff at Target. Yeah, those are the big ones for me. Number four is so tough because I have so many favorites, but what are your top 5 favorite TV shows? Can I say 6? Because it's really hard for me to narrow it down past 6, but that would be Friends, hands down my favorite. The Office, Boy Meets World, Gilmore Girls, Schitt's Creek. Did you guys see the final season? It's on Netflix. And The Big Bang Theory. I have more, but oh, I love those. Do you guys have any TV show recommendations? I'm looking for a new one to start. Okay, and number 5, this is appropriate. What is your most recent streaming recommendation? Well, Schitt's Creek, hands down. If you haven't seen it, it's so good. If you don't have Netflix, it's actually on demand if you have Optimum or IO or whatever. Really good. And also, I stumbled upon this on Netflix. It's from the brains of Kenny Ortega, who's the man behind High School Musical, The Descendants, Hocus Pocus, and so many other great projects. It's called Julie and the Phantoms. You guys, I watched the entire series. I think it's only 9 episodes twice. That's how good it is. The songs are stuck in my head. I really hope they pick it up for another season because it's really good. I like number 6, and a lot of you have access. Do you like magic bands and getting fast passes in advance or paper passes day of? So basically, it's do you like the way Walt Disney World does their fast pass system or Disneyland? Honestly, I like both, but I think I like knowing I'm definitely going to get on something, so I like having them in advance. The magic bands are great. The only thing I don't like is, you know, you have to make it 60 days in advance, right? 60 days. So I don't know that that's the park or the dining or whatever that I'm going to want to do 60 days in advance. So it is kind of nice with Disneyland that you can kind of just like wing it day of. I do like to plan and I do like to wing, so I'm very 50-50 with it, but I also don't like you have to get to the park early if you want to get on like Radiator Springs Racers, and the fast passes could be gone. So that wouldn't necessarily work in Walt Disney World, so I think it's good the way they have each of them. I'm kind of nervous to go down there without fast passes this trip. Like, I don't know that I'll get on certain rides, and the wait times have been lengthy. Are you dressing up for Halloween this year? I don't know. Guys, I love dressing up for Halloween. I have a costume closet, but I just don't know. I have like a costume for me and my boyfriend, which I don't think I've told him about yet. So I don't know if he wants to do just like a photo shoot, but this month has been so crazy that I don't know that we'll have time to even do that. I don't know, are you guys dressing up? And if so, what are you dressing up as? This one was a popular one. How did you get into radio and what exactly do you do? Well, I do quite a few things, but my main thing is I'm on the air for 2 stations here on the East Coast. One in Connecticut, Star 99.9, I do 10 to 2, and then my big one is Walk 97.5 here in New York from 3 to 7. I do afternoons and I love every single minute of it. I do a lot of voiceover stuff and production. There's a lot that goes into radio. It's not just like hitting a button and talking. I went to school for it, but actually I went to school for musical theater and I loved it, and I have a lot of, experience it. What the heck? I think that was a car backfiring. Or, I don't know what that noise is. It's like the world knows when I want to film or record something. Anyway, so I went to college for musical theater, and I had already done a lot with musical theater, so I really didn't feel like I needed to go to school for it, and I kind of stumbled into the radio station at the school and just fell in love with it. This guy that I went to high school with, he like threw me on the air for his radio show, and I remember the station manager, who was one of the professors, came running down the hall, and he's like, "Who are you? Why are you on my airwaves?" And I was like, "I'm sorry, I won't do it again." He's like, "No, you need to keep doing it." And I worked at the radio station. I was the program director of that station. I got an internship at a radio station and then just kind of worked my way up, and I'm so happy to do what I do. I'm very lucky. It's a very small industry these days, and I'm very happy to be a part of it. It's so much fun. You never know what you're going to be in for when you wake up in the morning. What is your favorite interview that you've done? Okay, hands down, the Backstreet Boys. You guys, they told me about this interview, and there was like a crowd of people watching my boss telling me, and I literally fell to my knees and was crying because there were so many times it was supposed to happen and it didn't. And it was just a dream come true. They're my all-time favorites. I mean, when I grew up, my walls were plastered with pictures of them. They were on my ceiling, the posters. I love those boys so much. And you know what? After meeting them and interviewing them, I love them even more. They were so nice. I won an award for the interview, which, like, I still can't believe, like, that was my job to meet them, and then I won an award for it. If you haven't seen that, I will link that down below. That was a really, really fun one, and I didn't cry until after, and then Howie caught me crying, which was kind of funny. I also really loved, like, a lot of the Disney ones that I've done. I got a chance to meet Marty Sklar, and he was just, oh my God, like, he told me Walt would have loved me. Yep, the tears were real. What is your dream interview? Okay, Bob Iger would be amazing. I've done a phone interview with Idina Menzel, and that went amazing. Like, I had heard mixed things about people who have interviewed her, but she was so nice to me. We even sang and quoted stuff a little bit. So I'd like to meet her and interview her in person. Any of the Avengers, Chris Evans, that would be amazing. I've met a couple of people from the Marvel movies, but Chris Evans, whew, that would be amazing. I feel like I have a long list. Like, Phil Collins would be great. I've really interviewed so many people, and if you head over to our Walk 97.5 YouTube page, you can see a good chunk of those. Do you see podcasting as the future of radio? I see it more as an extension of radio. I feel like a lot of radio personalities do podcasts, or just like reality TV people do podcasts. So many people do you could start a podcast if you want, which I recommend. They're really great. But I feel like they're an extension of radio. See, the advertising does really well still on radio, believe it or not, because you have a very diverse crowd. Podcasts are like a Disney podcast or a Bachelor podcast or something about a specific type of thing. So it's a little harder for your advertising, but I definitely see it as an extension, and it's, it's taking over. People love podcasts, but people also love radio. It's local. It's kind of like whatever your local news station is. You may not be the biggest fan of it, but you tune into it to hear what's going on near you, and you always know that it's there. I remember we had Hurricane Sandy here, and it proved how strong radio was because we were the only lifeline people had. They had their battery-operated radios and us, so it's an extension. I said that a couple of times, but yeah. Side note, one of my favorite podcasts right now is The Office Ladies. If you're a fan of The Office, so good. Who are some YouTubers you love to watch? Oh my God, there's so many, and I feel bad if I miss some because there genuinely are so many that I love not only watching but talking to. The first one that I was really hooked on though is Jessica Braun. She's a Disney fan, but I got started watching her with makeup and lifestyle stuff, and her and her husband go to Disney a couple times a year, and he's a Disney travel agent, so they do really cool Disney vlogs. So Jessica Braun would be a big one. Miss Cherry's channel, I love her. I feel like if I ever met her, we would get along really well. I know she's a big Backstreet Boy fan too. Betty Says is someone that I've become really close with here, and I'm so happy that she left a comment letting me know that she was doing collection videos. I watched her video, we've gone back and forth, and I'm just so happy. I can't wait to meet her one day. The Game Boys, I love them, and Brandon and Heidi over at It's Always Sunny. They were two other people who reached out to me in the comments below, and then I started watching their channel, and that was so cool. So if you have a YouTube channel, I would love to watch your videos too, so leave that in the comments below. Have you ever been to any overseas park, and which do you want to visit the most? No, I've only been to Disneyland and Walt Disney World. It's always been Disneyland Paris. That's been like the next one on my list, but lately, more and more, it's been Tokyo. But I would love to go to any of them, but like really Disneyland Paris. That's like my dream honeymoon destination. What is an overseas ride you want to see at Walt Disney World or Disneyland? Okay, this is why I want to go to Tokyo. They put this like amazing Beauty and the Beast attraction. Their audio animatronics dance. They actually like bend their knees and dance. Why don't we have that here in the States? Just saying. Top 5 attractions in Disneyland and Walt Disney World, and you can't use Peter Pan's flight. Okay, I must talk about Peter Pan's flight a lot if you're not letting me use that. That's my all-time favorite attraction in both. So Disneyland would be Alice in Wonderland. I love that ride. Indiana Jones, Hyperspace Mountain, Radiator Springs Racers, Pirates. Wait, that's 5. Oh, but I also love Monsters, Inc. and Mr. Toad. In Walt Disney World, Spaceship Earth. Oh my god. Oh, another one of my favorite YouTubers, One Little Spark of Life. She knows Spaceship Earth is bang. She gets it. Also The Wedway, Flight of Passage, Seven Dwarfs Mine Train. Oh, I love that one. And again, I think I'm gonna have to go Pirates. That's like one that I just feel weird if I miss every trip, you know? What character do you feel needs more love in the parks? How about on merch? So many of them. I feel like recently I wanted to say that although they do get a lot of love, Chip and Dale, which clearly wearing them today, and Daisy, I feel like they get left out of a lot of things. Like it's about the Fab Five or Four or sometimes the Sensational Six, but I feel like poor Daisy and Chip and Dale sometimes get left out, and I feel like they're like the OGs. They should get more love. Oswald definitely lacking. I just feel like there's a lot of rare characters too. I mean, I could do a whole video on that, and actually my sister, my boyfriend, and I are going to be doing a characters video coming soon, so maybe we'll have more about that. Have you ever done a Disney cruise? No. And what are the odds that this year was probably going to be the year that I did that? It's expensive. I know if you guys have done it, you know. I really want to, but I was kind of waiting for my job to send me. So I already talked about how amazing my job is, but they do get to send me to Walt Disney World to do broadcasts, which are amazing. Like we got to go to Pandora before it opened, broadcast live in the land, check out Flight of Passage with no one else on it. Like it was incredible. I'll link some of those videos down below because they are just like pinch me that really happened. And they were probably gonna send me on the cruise this year, but obviously 2020 happened. So maybe in the next couple of years I'll get to do that, but yeah, I don't know. What was the first year you went to Disney and how many times have you been since? Okay, it was 1991 and I've been well over 50 times, 50 trips. And keep in mind, I live in New York, so it's not like I'm going to the park every weekend. There's been a lot. I can't keep track anymore. Disneyland, not nearly as many because I do live in New York. 2016 was the first time I went, and I went by myself and it was incredible. And I've been there 4 or 5 times since, and I've loved every single trip to both places. What are some of your favorite makeup brands? If you guys want me to do more makeup videos, let me know. I've only done a few, but L'Oreal, Milani, e.l.f., Physicians Formula, just to like name a few. Aside from wearing a mask, do you plan on doing anything different on your next trip? Actually, yeah. So it's gonna be like half with my family and half with my boyfriend, and my boyfriend and I are going to restaurants we've never gone to before. So Les Celliers, am I saying that right? In Canada, which I hear amazing things about, and the Hollywood Brown Derby. If you've been to those, let me know in the comments below what you've ordered. But I think that's really the only differences. I mean, Rise of the Resistance would be great to get on that. Still haven't done that, believe it or not. I did Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway, but haven't done Rise of the Resistance, and I'm a huge Star Wars fan, so that needs to happen. And number 20, what are your favorite resorts to stay at? Oh, I have so many. So I'm a Disney Vacation Club member, and we have a lot of home resorts. Old Key West is like home sweet home, but I love the Polynesian and the Grand Floridian and the Contemporary. Any on the monorail are like, I get so excited every time we stay there. I love going to Wilderness Lodge. Oh God, I've had so much fun though at non-DVC resorts too, like Port Orleans, Riverside, and French Quarter are both great. Art of Animation. My best friend Alyssa and I went there and had the best time. It was a little different with their bus situation, but you know what? Now with the Skyliner, like that would be a great place to stay. And the room was great. We got the car suite and just, oh my God. We had an incredible time. If you guys want me to do a staying on Disney property video, like tips, tricks, how to get the best deals, all that stuff, let me know in the comments below. And let me know any other ideas you want to see in videos and collections too, because I have shown a lot of my collections here and I want to know what other ones you want to see. I feel like some of them, maybe some of you might be interested in, I don't know. So let me know in the comments below and I will do updated ones soon too, because I have a shopping problem. So soon I'll do another question and answer video. So if you do have any questions, leave them in the comments below or on Instagram. I know sometimes you guys don't like commenting below because everyone can see it. That's cool. You can send me a message on Instagram. I'm like always on Instagram. I have problems. My job like requires me to be on it a lot. So I'll leave my Instagram handle down here as well. Okay, it is warm. There's loud noises going on outside and I'm uncomfortable talking about myself. So more hauls and other fun Disney magic coming your way soon, and a giveaway. If you haven't entered my Haunted Mansion giveaway that's going on right now, link that up in the eye and down below so you can enter that. You don't want to miss out. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you are doing well and I'll talk to you soon. I'm Christina K. Have a Disney day.